Would you like to know more about Amazon FBA taxes for Amazon sellers? In this video, we talk to Laura West from AVASK, a company which helps with tax compliance, and she shares 3 things which can happen to any Amazon seller if they are not compliant.
Hi Orange Click friends, we're here at Amazon Seller Spark Camp event in Lisbon, Portugal, and right now I'm here with Laura from AVASK.
Hi.
So nice to have you here.
Thank you.
How has the event been so far for you?
First of all, thanks for having me. It's been fantastic. So really great start, social to the event, lots of networking, really interesting people here. So yeah, happy to be here. Thank you.
Glad to hear that. So I do have a couple of questions about taxes and accounting today for you, but before we go to the questions, could you give us a short overview what AVASK does and how do you help Amazon sellers?
Yeah, so obviously it's really important to stay compliant when you're selling online. So AVASK, really the core thing is to keep the customer at the center. So all sellers need to know where they're being compliant. They need to ensure that everything is in place to avoid, products getting blocked, to avoid the account getting blocked. So we help with all things compliance, if that be VAT, EPR, customs. So it's a very broad approach, as well as incorporating companies and on a worldwide scale as well. So wherever you're looking to expand or whatever you're doing currently, we can advise and offer free consultation for any seller.
Okay, sounds really good. So yeah, actually one of my first questions to you would be, have there been any updates or something new that Amazon sellers should know about? You mentioned already EPR. I think that's also one of the newest things, right?
Yes, definitely. So there's actually a deadline that Amazon has put in next week, which I'm sure sellers have received a lot of emails from Amazon about. And we can register, we can do the compliance side for that as well. So yeah, the deadline is next week for Germany and France. So it's the 2 countries where that's been implemented. But yeah, that's the service that we can provide as well.
Okay, very good. And I think we can still get over the Brexit and all of this confusion that was going on before Brexit happened, after Brexit happened. And I think we still today have this confusion among Amazon sellers, what really changed and what's different now when sellers are selling to the UK marketplace?
No, definitely. It's a topic that I still get asked about. Like you said, it's already past news, but it's still very current for sellers that are, maybe a bit hesitant about moving to the UK, or sellers based in the UK wanting to sell into Europe. So you treat it like a third country, like selling in the US. You need to have a separate VAT number, EORI registration, and again, that's something that we can walk sellers through, as well as customs border. You need to make sure that you've got everything set up and the right representation so that your goods don't get blocked. You're not, waiting around and your buyers can't buy your products, which is not where you want to be. Yeah.
Okay, very good. And then I have a little bit different type of question for you. So let's imagine I'm an Amazon seller and I am not VAT compliant. I don't do my accounting in the right way. Can you name 3 words or phrases? What could happen to me?
Okay, penalties, account block, and just general stress. Unfortunately, yes, I'll leave it there.
Okay, so a lot of bad things could happen to Amazon sellers, right?
Yes, and that's really the downside is if you're not setting everything up and making sure that everything is already in place, you just run the risk of having, how it is with Amazon, a block can go on for a couple of months. In the meantime, you're not making any revenue. So it's really best to get everything prepared before, so you avoid the blocks, avoid that consistent contact trying to get through to Amazon to unblock your account.
Okay, very good. And can you also teach us something about either accounting or VAT or EPR? Rather shortly, within 1 minute, if you can.
Yeah, definitely. So a couple good tips are actually importing to the UK and into France, as well as the Netherlands. You actually have now some options that allow you to defer the payment of import VAT. So we all love something that makes it pay a little bit less. So that would be definitely a really good tip. And I think in general, also having a multi-currency account when you're selling online to avoid paying more Amazon fees on a conversion. So just a couple of things. Yeah.
Okay, very good. And what do you think, what are some of the best resources from where Amazon sellers can actually learn a little bit before themselves? I know it's good to use services like you have, but just to have this general understanding what they need to do and what they need to understand.
There's so many resources out there now. So you have obviously events like this where you can actually speak to someone face to face and have a real personal contact with someone. Obviously consultations directly is something that we offer, but I think YouTube, and there's so much content out there that would allow you then to learn a bit more and understand what you're doing. Yeah.
Okay, very good. So thank you so much for joining me. And before we wrap up, what's the best way to learn more about what kind of services you offer and how sellers can get in contact with you?
So we have obviously our website, and you can actually book a call directly in with different people on there. You've also got my calendar on there if you want to book a call with me. But yeah, the website is the best place. You've got all the information on there to get in touch with us.
Okay, perfect. So thanks again, Laura, for joining me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the event and also learn something new yourself.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much. Thank you.
If you enjoyed the content in this video, don't forget to hit the like button below and subscribe to our channel. This interview was recorded during an in-person event called Orange Click Barcamp with Dragonflip, which took place in Lisbon, Portugal in June 2022. If you want to learn more about upcoming events we organize, check the link below where you will find more information about it. And now I recommend you to watch another interview we recorded at the Barcamp.